Coming up on Laker Update.
Students are not allowed to have food delivered to the school.
There is a fundraiser at Leo's Coney Island tonight.
But first, Drew Haddad examines safety at WBHS.
Laker Update starts now.
Good morning, Lakers. Today is Thursday, April 11th.
And this is your Laker Update. Security is at schools across America.
The teleprompter is on.
I don't have this.
Security at the schools across America is more prevalent than ever before. Are some schools going too far to protect kids? Drew Haddad has more.
Last week in Indiana, several teachers underwent training on what to do in case of an active shooter. The Indiana State Teachers Association has come out against the drill, saying that the trainers intentionally shot the elementary school teachers in the back with pellet guns and were told not to tell other participants what had happened. Some teachers say that they were bruised and even bled during the event. The teachers union in Indiana is currently in the process of passing a bill that would outlaw this practice during training programs for teachers. If you're a high school student in America, saying that school shootings are happening at a more frequent rate than before, chances are you wouldn't be surprised. 2018 had the most school shootings over the course of the year since Columbine in the late 90s. As an effect from all these incidents, a new industry has come into the market: campus safety products. Products range from training programs to prepare teachers and staff what to do in case of a shooting, to ballistic shelters that can be easily installed in an elementary school classroom. In the process of getting interviews for this very story, 8 teachers declined, citing either lack of interest or not wanting to get involved in this topic.
Alice training, we had it in person, and then over the summer we had to do professional development video training, so Alice training.
Personally, I didn't attend that training, but it was an option for teachers this past summer.
Well, I was in the Army, so that you do quite a few of those things in the Army. So.
I don't think we need to have drills with active shooters running through the building, shooting pellet guns at teachers and students. I think that is ridiculous.
I am an advocate for doing drills that are more realistic than just saying, oh, there's an active shooter, let's close our doors.
Training is what you need, and I'm not sure you need active guns or pellet guns to do that, but you can simulate without that.
Personally, I would not want to be armed. I don't think there's a reason to have guns in schools.
I just don't think that the average teacher is willing to spend the time to be adequately trained to handle an active shooting situation appropriately.
I do think we do need someone with a gun in here, whether it's me or someone else concealed somewhere, because you're not going to stop them with paper wads.
Let an adult in the building know, and please don't be afraid to say something, because you potentially could be saving lives.
I think if we think about why young people are in these mental states to begin with and address that genuinely, I think that's the right approach.
I don't think West Bloomfield puts security first. In their villages, they talk about security has got to be the top thing, both the last 2 villages. But they're not taking care of their security people well, and it took a week and a half to fix this door out here, which means I couldn't beep anybody in. I also think there should be alarms on every door around here, so when people go out, we know the alarm went off, and even more cameras might be good. But there is things we can do to make it safer, and I offer making it safer because I don't want nothing bad to happen to you guys.
32 states have mandated lockdown drills in case of an intruder. We have them here at WBHS every so often. More recently, you may have noticed more police officers wandering the halls around here at the school, but other than that, you might not have noticed many other changes. The most obvious change is when you greet Leroy in the morning. Once students are done walking through the atrium doors, they get locked, and he has to buzz you through. With this in mind, we asked students at WB how safe they feel and more.
I feel safe all the time. I don't feel like anything bad is going to happen. I trust the students and the teachers, and I just feel safe here.
Yeah, I feel pretty good around here.
Yes, I do feel safe.
Do I feel like students and teachers are doing too much to make the school safer? No, because they're trying to protect the students. There's nothing wrong with doing that. They can,
No, I definitely think it's an issue, and we need safety. But I think our community is pretty good here.
Some of them, yeah, because I feel like if nothing bad has happened yet, then we're doing something right. So,
definitely think we should have more security, especially with like all the shootings in schools and stuff.
I feel like if you practice more, then you'll be ready in case that thing really does happen.
Trying to make a nice and safe environment where everyone feels comfortable, welcome, so no one feels left out, and hopefully nothing bad happens. Everyone gets along.
I don't know. I like how we have only one entrance now that's open, and you still have to get through stuff.
I just think, keep doing what we're doing and, keep practicing the drills and, practice make perfect.
It seems like most people feel safe at WB, but think more can be done in the future. I'm Drew Haddad reporting for Laker Update.
It's time for the WBHS community to come together and provide social opportunities for special needs students. Family, friends, and supporters can do this by coming to Leo's Coney Island tonight from 4 to 8 p.m. A percentage of the donations will be donated towards the fundraiser. Enjoy great food and support a great group of kids.
A 10-day trip to Athens and the Greek islands will take place in the summer of 2020. An informational meeting regarding the itinerary, pricing, and tour details will be held on Wednesday, April 24th at 6:30 p.m. in the WBHS I Center. Students are ordering food during lunch. Mr. Watson isn't having it. Drew Haddad has more.
Recently, Mr. Watson made a statement on Twitter, reinforcing the rule that students are not allowed to order food directly to the school, citing that the front attendance office is starting to be clogged up with people just dropping off food, as well as possible safety concerns for the other students. Students, however, think there may be other issues here.
Either they don't have cars, or we can't leave during lunch, so it's like they don't want the school food. So, I mean, if it's convenient to order you some Panera, order you some Panera.
Not all students want to eat the vending machine food or the cafeteria food. They want to go get, takeout food. I can respect that, but you have to look at both ends of the table.
It stems from technology. 10 years ago, there was no app for Grubhub or Uber Eats or anything. 5 years ago, there wasn't. So it was a non-issue. Just like people say, what are we going to do about cell phones in the classroom? When I became a teacher, there weren't cell phones, so there wasn't an issue with cell phones in the classroom. It was, what are you going to do with kids passing notes during your hour? So as technology changes, the issues and challenges change, and we just needed to remind everyone, and I made announcements. We talked about our class meetings. It seems like people were forgetting, so I put something on Twitter, and people thought it was kind of funny, but now we just can't have deliveries. It's just not a good idea.
It's the school food. Nobody wants it. So we order food instead, but the security office doesn't want us to do that.
As normal and commonplace as the ordering culture seems,
I haven't ordered food here before.
Yes, I have, and it was good.
Mr. Watson still stands by that this has always been the policy.
Surprising to some, the policy has always been you're not allowed to have food delivered during school hours. So enforcing the policy is what we're trying to do. It's not a matter of it's a new policy or anything like that. Two reasons. One, obviously we want to know who's coming in the building. Security is of importance. And two, while students are trying to be responsible and have it delivered during lunchtime, oftentimes it runs late, and the students are trying to get out of class to get to food. So deliveries during the day are not acceptable.
However, many students are offering compromises and other ideas.
I feel like he could do something a little bit, he could work with us, we could only order during lunchtime or only get it ordered, during passing time or something like that. But he ain't got to take it away completely.
I think we should be allowed to order food, but do it in a different mannerism. Maybe Mr. Watson can set up a thing that's almost like calling an outpass, but you call to pick up your food, so it can be less distracting.
About 100 years ago, they created something called a brown bag. Put it in a bag or some type of device, carry it with you to school, have it in your possession or in a locker, or maybe a friend can hold it for you, and then at lunchtime you would take out the contents of that bag, and then you physically could eat them. I mean, it's kind of a novel idea, it's kind of retro, but that is a possibility that many students I don't think are aware of.
This is Drew Haddad reporting for Laker Update.
Don't move that cursor.
We'll be right back for more after the break.
Hey dude, my car sounds so sweet.
Dude, you're dreaming. My car is so much better than yours.
Nah, dude.
Dude,
You're wrong.
let's bet.
Alright, let's go find out.
Let's go.
Let's go. I got this.
Dude, he doesn't know how loud my revving can be. That was not worth it at all.
Yeah, dude, my C-clamps are bent.
My transmission's blown.
My A-frames are wiggling.
My engine is malfunctioning.
Senior Field Day is May 20th during the day from 11 a.m. to the end of the day. Ready for some fun? But wait, first you have to fill out the Google form sent to all seniors. You can make a team of 10 to 15 people to participate. If you just want to observe the event instead of staying in class, you must also fill out a form to support your fellow classmates. This event is free, and all forms are due by May 1st, so don't miss out on one of your last great events at WB.
One out of every 4 car accidents in the United States is caused by texting and driving. Don't text and drive.
Now for your sports today. Girls JV tennis will be playing away at Lake Orion at 4 o'clock. Girls varsity tennis will be playing at home versus Lake Orion at 4 o'clock also. Boys freshman baseball will be playing against Athens High School at 4:30. Boys JV baseball will be playing against Divine Child High School at 4:30 at Divine Child High School. Boys varsity baseball will be playing at home against Divine Child at 4:30 also. Girls JV and varsity soccer will be playing against Farmington home. JV at 5:30, varsity at 7. Boys JV and varsity lacrosse will be playing away at Rochester High School. JV at 5:30 and varsity at 7 o'clock.
Now please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for watching Laker Update.
You can connect with us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat at LakerUpdate.com.
Have a great day, Lakers.